ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
जेवा एक कवन गुण कहिए बेसमार बेअंत स्वामी तेरो अंत ना किन्ही लहिए कोट पराध हमारे खंडो अनक विधि समझावो हम अज्ञान अलप मत थोरी तुम आपन बिरद रखावो तुमरी शरण तुम्हारी आशा तुम ही सजन सुहेले राखो राखन हार दयाला नानक कर के गोले तुमरी शरण तुम्हारी आशा तुम ही सजन सुहेले राखो राखन हार दयाला नानक कर के गोले। गुरु पैसा से रल की फतेह पाने जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। महाराज जी कृपा। We're starting to go through Anand Sahib. Last week we talked about the meaning of Anand Sahib, what was the history of it, and we got up to the first line, Ik Oankar Satgur Prasad Ramkali Mahla Tija Anand, and then Anand Paya Meri Mai Satguru Mein Paya. We talked about the history of this, that Tan Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj jis vele Maharaj ne ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਨੰਦ ਪਿਆ, the meaning is that from that time that I met my Guru, Satguru ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ, when they got their Guru, from that time they were living in bliss. So the way the time that they said the Bani was when their grandson Baba Anand Ji was born. The feeling of Anand, that feeling, they're describing their own history, कि from that time that they met their Guru, they were living in Anand. Anand Paya. Paida hoya when? Satguru mein paya. And who did they say this to? To their mother. We're going to come to that. What are the meanings of this word Meri Mai? Masad Sangat Ji, if we cast our mind back to that time, when Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj is at their throne in Khadur Sahib, and then Amar Das Palla turns up to see them, and we looked at that time that they heard the Shabad from Bibi Amro Ji's own mouth, daughter of Guru Amar Das Ji. They heard the Shabad by Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and they wanted to be Kanchan. Paya Manur Kanchar Phir Hoa. So they felt like they were like the useless stuff that comes up when they boil the gold, the impurities. We might feel like the impurities, but when we come into the Sat Sangat, Maharaj says you can become Kanchan again, gold, worth something. What the point here is, what is worthless and what becomes worthy. That the manur is worthless, but if it comes into Sat Sangat, finds a Guru, Je Gur Mile Tineha, then they can become worth something. So Maharaj is here always to take a human being who becomes into a Sikh to give value to their life. है ना? Because otherwise, this Jivan, this life that we have, can go for no use. Maharaj says, Heere jaisa janam hai, kaudi badle jaye. That we have this beautiful jewel inside us, this life, and yet we can throw it away for pennies. But Satsangat Ji, just cast your mind back. Guru Amar Das Ji, as Bhai Amar Das Palla, was not a bad Hindu in today's thought. If we think about them, every year, twice a year, they say in 10 years, they went to Ganga about 20 times. That means every time they took a month to go there. So 2 months a year, they were traveling to the Ganga, Hardwar, doing Ishnan, coming back, hanging out in Sat Sangat. That would be a spiritual time, wouldn't it? They wouldn't be going over there, going out every night. You know, they're going on a spiritual journey. And yet Sat Sangat Ji, when they met that sannyasi, the yogi, and they said, Ki, I haven't got a guru, then that sannyasi said, Ki Nigurya, you are a Nigura. You haven't got a guru, and he felt, I have to go back to do Ishnan. He goes, you polluted me. So what does it mean to have a guru then? What does it mean? The average person nowadays, what happens to them is they're born into a family, and that family happens to be Sikh, or that family happens to be Hindu. But have they actually taken on a guru? Because Maharaj is saying, Anand paya meri maaye sat guru mein paya. Guru nu pana. What does it mean to take on a guru? Is the average Hindu got a guru then? No. And what about the average Sikh that doesn't understand Bani, who just comes to Gurdwara on a Sunday, matha takes and goes back home? Has that Sikh found his guru either? Because what is the effect of having a guru? Well, the Maharaj is saying, Anand paya. Ki guru ne milke paida hoya Anand, spiritual Anand. Spiritual Anand is not the same as physical Anand. We're going to go through this in Anand Sahib anyway. Maharaj talks about Anand, Anand sabko kahe. But spiritual Anand, you might say that if Vaheguru is fire and you touch fire, you will get burnt. So if Vaheguru is made out of Anand Sarup, then when you touch Vaheguru, then you will get Anand. So effectively, to experience Vaheguru is to get Anand. Because you can't experience Vaheguru and not get Anand. Because they're made of Anand. Hai na? So in the same way, Ananda Paya means that we have experienced Vaheguru. Because Guru nu milke ki honda hai? Guru dwara hoye soji paisi. Et dware toye hacha hoisi. The mind becomes washed. The mind becomes a little bit enlightened. To get a guru means to start the path of spiritual enlightenment. And Ananda ondaya fir. What's happening here is that people are saying they're part of a religion. They might be Hindu, they might be Sikh, but they haven't got a teacher to guide them. Someone that they say, this person is higher than me, this person is one with Vaheguru, and I will take this person's teachings. You can't take a murti to be your guru. Even if the picture of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is in your house, that is not your guru. The parents that show the picture of their kids say, "Sada guru hai." That's also a bit of a gap in it. Let's face it, that picture that's by Sobha Singh is put up on the wall that we've got in our house, that is not our guru. That's a representation of what Guru Nanak Dev Ji might have looked like. But that is not our guru. Our guru is Gurbani. Our guru is enlightenment. Guru is Gyan Roop. Guru is Gyan. So when we find our guru, when we take on our guru, is that we start taking on a path of spiritual enlightenment. So Satsangaji, even all the Hindus out there, as per Bani, if they haven't got a teacher, if they go to mandirs, their murti puja, they haven't got a guru, that means they are also nigure. They are also nigure, because we have to have a guru, somebody who is enlightening us. Kabir Ji was a guru. Many people took Kabir Ji as their guru. Bhagat Namdev Ji was a guru. We don't call them Sat Guru in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We call them Bhagats. And yet they had people who were their chele. They were people that were given instruction by their guru. So we need to have somebody who is here to give us guidance upon life. And what does it mean take on a guru for us? It means we start to listen to that guru. You can't say I've taken on a guru or the gal fir more than he. To take on a guru means to accept him as your guide. To say ki main thodi gal sunni hi hai. I am definitely going to listen to your gal. Whatever you say, I will listen to. That's what it means to take on a guru. We can learn that from Guru Amar Das Ji. That when they took on their guru, from that time they listened. And if you ever find a Shabad Guru Amar Das Ji, there's two things that are very prominent. You can almost listen to a Shabad if you don't know it. You could sometimes guess it's Guru Amar Das Ji Shabad. There's two things they always talk about a lot. That's my feeling. One is about the power of Shabad, power of Bani. And the second thing is they talk about Seva a lot. That Shabad that comes of Satguru ki Seva Gakhdi. My Guru says, सतगुरु की सेवा गाखड़ी सिर दीजे आप गवाए. That to serve the Guru is hard. Why? Because the Sikh has to give up their head. Sir dije aap gawai. To become a Sikh means to become a sevak, a servant of the Guru. Chela. We say in it. Maharaj says, Rehni rahe, soi Sikh mera, O Sahib, main uska chera. Sahib and Chela, Sikh and Guru. Sevak and his master. A servant has a master, so the servant is Parwan. A servant without a master is what? Nothing. Ho hi nahi sakda. When I think about our Guru, I think about ki Maharaj ne, when they came in to take on a Guru, then they started the path of spiritual enlightenment, and they said, Anand paya, meri maaye, Sat Guru mein paya. Why do we need a Guru? Many people ask this question, koi Lord hai? They say, look, I got all the books. I can go and read a bit of Osho. I can go and read a bit of Conversation with God. I can go and read a bit of Flana Banda. Put it all together, and there you go. You've got pretty much 95% of the truth. Take a bit of Guru Granth Sahib if you want to. Why do I need to give myself to a Guru? Why can't I achieve enlightenment myself? Koi Lord hai? This is the question that we need to explain to our youth. Why is there a need to take on someone as a spiritual master? Now firstly, if a Sikh accepts that Guru Sahib was enlightened, then a Sikh can listen to Guru's teachings, and Guru Sahib says, Bin Satguru kine na payo, Bin Satguru kine na paya. They say, without a Guru, without enlightenment of the truth, kine na payo, Bin Satguru kine na paya. No one in the past ever got enlightened without a Guru, and no one in the future will ever get enlightened without a Guru. Ho hi nahi sakda. Now we talked a couple of times ago, if you're going to climb up a mountain, and everybody's got ropes, you can climb up by yourself, or you can use a rope that's hanging down from above. And I said, if you think about it, the rope from above is guaranteed to go back. Utto aayi hegi hai, unne wapas utte jana hega. It's a guarantee to go up. But imagine, have you seen like some rock climbing movies, yeah? Imagine there was a big overhang. So the person who starts climbing up, he doesn't see the overhang. Bahut dur hai. Never been that far. They don't realize at some point there's going to be an overhang. And I can't get over that unless I have a rope from above. So the Guru has been up there, and he's come and told us, you can't get there without a Satguru. So, if you start to climb the spiritual path, start to do meditation, but without taking on a Guru, without lowering yourself down and saying, ki somebody else has got there, and I will take that person's advice, what will happen is, we'll end up hitting that overhang, and there'll be no way to go around it. And then we'll have to take on a Guru anyway. But the fastest way is take a Guru at the very beginning, to accept Guru Nanak Dev Ji's advice, to accept all the Guru's advice, because Guru Sahib has been there and they've come to give us a system. We're all part of this system. Everything is part of fear. Everything is part of Maharaj's system. Everything, the planets, everything works in his system. And the system for a human being to get enlightenment is the same. We must go through an enlightened being who can then take away the ego. Because this is the thing that we have to suffer with. Give away the ego to somebody. Maharaj was crying for a Guru, and they got lucky. They heard the Shabad of Bibi Amroji. They went to Khadur Sahib and they took on a Guru. And all of us, wherever we are, we need to think about ourselves, ki asi karna ki hega. Maharaj done so much seva of Guru Angad Dev Ji. They were senior to them in terms of family, but they took on their Guru. They said Anand Paya, bas, Anand. And at one point, Satsangat Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji's family came to complain. They said, "Tusi ki kitta hoya ithe? You're senior to him, he's 25 years younger than you. In family wise, his daughter is married to you're the boy's side, and he is the girl's side. And you're serving him like this. You left your family behind." Satsangat Ji, wasn't Guru Amar Das Ji tested the same way that Guru Nanak Dev Ji said they would be? Maharaj says, "Na, जो तो प्रेम खेलन का चाओ, सिर धर तली गली मेरी आओ. If you want to play the game of love, then step onto Guru's path with your head in the palm of your hands. Then, itmarg pair tarije, sir dije, kaan na kije. Give your head and don't pay any attention to what other people are saying. Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj did the same thing. Many people want to follow Sikhi nowadays. Wo darde ne. They're scared of what the mind will say, of other people who look at them. They're scared of what society will say. Oh, you got a very religious, all that kind of stuff. And they're scared even of falling down. They're scared कि मैं गिर ना जावां, मेरी बेइज्जती हो जानी और गुरु दी बेइज्जती हो जानी, बेअदबी हो जानी. When does a Sikh start to think that way? No. Satsanga ji, everybody will put their hand up. If I said, are you a Sikh? 90% people put their hand up. But you ask the next question now, people get a bit scared. Say, Satsanga ji, okay. Who is a Sikh? 90% hands go up. Who is a Guru that's Sikh? And then 20% hands are up. Rest of the hands are down. But if you're not a Guru that's Sikh, then whose Sikh are you? Chela hona paida na? If you're not a Guru that's Chela, then whose Chela can you be? Because Sikh means Chela, Sikh means servant. It needs a master. To take on the master means to become a servant. And Maharaj did there, gave their mind, body and soul and served Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. Sir dije, kaan na kije. And they were spiritually reborn. We talked last time that Janam, Ananda Peha. There's two types of birth. Even when you take Amrit, then you are told your family is now the Khalsa. Your Janam Jaga is now Kesgarh Sahib. Your Jila is Anandpur Sahib. Your Guru Gobind Singh Ji's daughter or son. And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, Pai Amar Das Ji, at that time, they were also reborn into Guru's family. And they started to live. So they were about 60 years old. That's when they became a Sikh the first time. And from then on, their age was counted in years. Not they were 60 years old, but they were 1 year old. After 12 years of serving their Guru, when they were 12 years old, then they got given the Guru Gaddi. Now why would Maharaj say, Meri Mai? Ananda Paya, Meri Mai. My mother. There's many meanings of this. Obviously, if we have good news, we normally tend to tell our mother first. Look at the people that got engaged, boy or girl. Yeah? They go tell their mum, Mum, I found someone. That's the first thing. We tell good news to our parents. Sometimes even the bad news, we don't want to break to the parent, the father, we want to break it to the mother first. We go to the mother, hai na? Maa bahut diyalu hondi hegi hai. So, and for us, Waheguru is a bit like our mother as well. But in this way, it's also a term of expression. Meri Mai is an expression as well. Because in Bani comes out, it goes Baba bhi. Mara says Baba. Who are they talking to there? It's said that the word Mai can mean O Santo. O Santo, O my saints, I'm talking to you, Ananda Paya, Meri Mai. But also, when we talked about the Salok, one meaning of the word Mai is my mat. Gurmat Mata, mat hai. Pita Santok, Mokh Pad Paya. Bhai Gurdas says, if you type in mother and father into Sikhi to the max, many times you see the Shabad, Guru Sahib says that my mat, my level of wisdom is my mother and contentment is my father. So in this way, the person is talking to their mat, because now their mat has got to the highest level. We started off with Manmat, the lowest level, and now they found a Guru to teach them the truth. Gur ki mat tu le aane, pagat bina bahut dube syane. Syane sane loki bhi Manmat vich sige. Syane sane loki, very clever people, were living in Manmat, but then they took on the Guru's mat and they made Guru's mat into their mother. So now their mat has been raised up. So they're talking to their own mat. Ki Ananda Paya, Meri Mai. Kyon? Because I found my Guru, now my mat has been raised up. So Guru Roop, Mata, is our mat. The Maharaj says, Satgur ta paya sahaj seti, Man vajiyan vadaiyan. Vadaiyan. Vadaiyan means congratulations. Maharaj says, in my mind, vadaiyan ho rahi hain. Now what does that mean? When we are thankful for something, na? Very, very thankful, then we do vadaiyan. And the mind is so happy, it's in so much bliss. The mind is saying, well done, shabash, you're so lucky you found a guru. That's vadaiyan. Gur Sikha man vadaiyan. Who? Because they got blessed with the fact that they got a guru. Satgurta paya. Ititta. Sometimes people say ta. There's no kanna there on tatta. It's Satgurta. Tatta by itself. Satgurta paya sahaj seti. Sahaj seti. Maharaj says within sahaj means bade sahaj means very relaxed way. I found my guru. Look at us here. From the age most of us were about 1 month old or less than that, our parents are bringing us here to Satguru Nanak Dev Ji's house. Asi keda aukha labya Guru? Has anybody here, very few people here, have worked hard to find this Guru? But are we actually congratulating ourselves that well done, shabash, you actually found your Guru? It turns out that some of us wake up at a certain time in our life, we realize who our Guru really is, how amazing our Guru really is, and then we say, wow, Guru. And then we say, Vadaiyan, I finally found my Guru. I was in his house anyway, but I found him. Ki honda hai? We don't even know who our Guru is. Hai kaun? Now you might say, who do we blame for that? Well, it's hukum. The blindness amongst our community is also hukum. Because first there is darkness, then comes a light, and the light takes away the darkness. We would never know anything different had we not woken up, and then we say, wow, change happens this way. Before 84, we're going to celebrate 30 years of 84 in this country. Before 84, you couldn't take Amrit in this country. Kyo? Panj Pyare nahi honde sige. Mahapurukhs would come from India, and they would bring Panj Pyare with them. Because you couldn't find Panj Pyare here. Now dekho. You might say, well, it's not good what happened to us. But after 84, loads of people got into Sikhi. This is the way the world works. It's up to us whether we do our Guru's hukum man ke, aram nal, or we take it, akde hoke, Maharaj fir bhi samjhange. Yeah? This time we got a chaped in 84, and we will keep on getting them until we start to wake up to what our job is to do. Because we have to rule the world. Because we say every day, Raj karega Khalsa. If we are doing that bachan, and we say to Guru Sahib, ki Guru Sahib Raj karega Khalsa, then if we're not prepared to do Raj, Guru Sahib will make us do Raj. He will give us all the dukh in the world to make us wake up and do what we're supposed to do. It's our fault for keep saying Raj karega Khalsa and not doing anything about it. We keep promising him, so he has to make us fulfill the promise. The day we start to do our duty without even being told, without even being forced to, then Maharaj dukh kyun dena hai? Dukh daru, sukh rog paya. Ja sukh tam na hui. Too much sukh, and we become tamas, we become very relaxed. We don't do anything. So dukh makes us wake up as well. Maharaj says, Sehje sehje naal, we found our Guru. The whole world begged for Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Bhai Gurdas says, Suni pukar datar prabh, Guru Nanak jag mahe pathaya. The whole world cried out for Guru Nanak Dev Ji, but we Sikhs are so lucky, we got blessed with his darshan when we were not even aware of what we were doing. 1 month old, you got blessed. Majority of us. There are people in the Sangat that found that Guru by looking for him. By working hard. Blessed are they who found this Guru, they worked hard to find this Guru as well. You know what happens in a Kung Fu movie? You want to find the right teacher. He's always in a remote mountain. You go and find this remote teacher, and then you have to work for years to impress that teacher. To even be taken on as a student, to even become a chela of that teacher of Kung Fu, you have to impress the teacher to get taken on as a student. What have we given to become a Sikh? Guru Sahib is so diyalu na. When we turn up here with very little knowledge, we don't work to impress him really, he still takes us on. फिर भी सिखाते ने. They're always giving and giving. दद्दा दाता एक है सबको देवनहार. सतगुर जेवड़ दाता को नहीं सब सुनियो लोक सभाया. Bani says there is no such great a giver in this world as our Guru, because he does not ask anything from us. He doesn't ask us to impress him with any of our own knowledge. He gives us the highest knowledge, Sehjinal, Sehaj Seti. Satgurta Paya, Sehaj Seti, Manavajiya Vadaiya. But the worst crime for a Sikh is to be akirtkana, ungrateful for the gift that we've been given. To be ungrateful for the Sikhi, for the Qurbaniya that our Gurus did, to bring this truth to us. And kinni mehnat pai Maharaj ne. How much time they put in to create Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj for us. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, 1705, they sat down for 6 months and recreated Guru Granth Sahib Ji from memory for us. And nowadays, we ourselves can't even read the Akhar of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Although we all know there's only 35 Akhars, and if we spend 35 days learning those Akhars, 1 Akhar a day, we would know it in 1 month. Fir bhi aise kinne tille hai gaye, we can't do that much for our Guru to learn the words of our Guru. Akhar. Gurbani is from the Guru's Mukh. Gurmukh Akhar. So my benti is, if we're going to take our Guru, the least we can do is learn to read our Guru in the original. So, Satgurta Paya, Sehaj Seti. We found it very lucky, we never had to impress him. And Maharaj says, Fir Manavajiya Vadaiya. Be khush, be very happy we found our Guru. Every day we should wake up and say, Tan Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, thank you that you made me a Sikh. Because it's not by our own efforts that we achieve this, it's by Guru Sahib's Kirpa. It's by Guru Sahib's Kirpa. Then Maharaj carries on, they go, Rag Ratan Parvar Pariya, Shabad Gavan Aiya. Shabad Gavan Aiya. There's 2 meanings of this line. The simple meaning is the one that is very, very nice to understand as well. The other one's a bit more complicated, but we'll go through the simple one. Maharaj says, the rag. Dekho, in Bani there's loads of rags. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is divided by rag. Most of our youth don't even know this simple fact, that Guru Granth Sahib Ji is divided by rag. Maharaj says, Rag Ratan Parvar Pariya. The translation up there is a bit strange. The jeweled melodies and their related celestial harmonies is what I found in Sikh Max. What it means is this, yeah? Rag is a kind of a style of music. It's more like a flavor. Flavor keh lo, yeah? So, when you have the families of the flavors, that's what Rag Mala is about. If you go into Rag Mala, it says that there's 6 rags. Each rag has 5 wives. And together they have 8 children between those 5 wives. So, Kast Rag Unagai, Sang Ragini 30, Sabe Puttan Ragan ke 18, 10, 20. Guru Granth Sahib Ji finished off with that panktiyan. That means there's Kast Rag, 6 rags. Each one has 5 wives. 6 times 5, 30. Sang Ragini 30, 30 Raginis. And then Sabe Puttan Ragan ke. How many children do they have? 48. Yeah? Because 6 times 8 is 48. ठीक है ना? I know because I've researched it. If you ask me now, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But my sangra, Sabe Puttan Ragan ke 18, 10, 20. 18, 10, 20, 18, and then 20, and then 10. It comes to 48. So, this is a style of categorizing the rags. Categorizing the rags. Maharaj says, Rag Ratan, these jeweled rags, Parivar Pariyan. Their families are like the Pariyan. They're beautiful, these jeweled beings who are these rags. Because where does rag come from, Satsangaji? Where does rag come from? Bani would tell us, and our history would tell us that rag is actually celestial harmony. Utto hai. Guru Sahib has written it down. The yogis wrote it down for us. And then Guru Sahib actually wrote down even more. Rag Jai Jaivanti, Guru Tegh Bahadurji wrote it down. Guru Tegh Bahadurji spent 20 odd years underground. They didn't do Kirtan, but where did they get a rag from? From there. They heard it in Sachkhand and they wrote it down for us. So these rags, they're actually pariyan. Utto aayiyan. It's from Sachkhand, and Maharaj has written them down for us. And Maharaj said, Rag Ratan Parvar Pariyan Sabad Gavan Aayiyan. Bani would tell us about Rag. Maharaj said, Tan so Rag Sarangade Alapat Sab Tikh Jai. What this means is, blessed are those rags who make me fall in love with Vaheguru, and when I hear them, my thirst goes. Tikh Jai. So for us, Bani is so powerful that these rags actually help us to fall in love with God. They are technology. That's what they are. They are technology to fall in love with God. If you went nowadays and you say, I want to connect to the satellite in the sky, what they're going to give you? This thing. 10 years ago, you need a whole house full of computers. It's the super most advanced technology Maharaj has given us. Ki Rag. Blessed are the rags. That's why Guru Granth Sahib is divided by rag. Rag is like more than space age. The world cannot even appreciate how amazing rag is. So Maharaj says, Rag Ratan Parvar Pariya Shabad Gavan Aayiyan. These harmonies have come to sing the Shabad. But which Shabad should they sing? Kira Shabad Gan? Maharaj says, Shabdota Gavo Hari Kera Man Jini Vasaya. They say, oh blessed rags, if you have come here to sing Shabad na, then sing the Shabad of Vaheguru, Hari Kera. Sing those divine Shabads. Don't just sing Shabads about Ajkal ki hunda hai, go on, MTV bakwas. What will you hear? You will hear songs about alcohol, drugs and all these things. Hai na? Maharaj is saying, no, don't sing those Shabads. If you have that much power inside you, use it for the good thing. They got potential, they're so powerful, Rag. But use it for Hari Kera. Sing the Shabads of Vaheguru, of God. Hari means Haryavali, the one who can make us blossom. Hari means green. So Maharaj says in Rera Sahibana that we are like kasht, suke kasht, harya. We're like a wood that's all dried up. Maharaj says you'll become blossom forth, harya, because Vaheguru can do that to us. Our soul might be dead, it might be dry, but with Bani, with Rag, it can actually blossom forth in divine love. So Maharaj says, these are the things, ki you should sing the Shabad of Vaheguru. Sing the Bani of Vaheguru, Man Jini Vasaya. If you sing these Shabads, then Vaheguru will sit in your mind. The whole game is Sachkhand Vasay Nirankar. Vas Jave. The eni ki utthe vasta hega sirf, itthe bhi vasta hai. It's not that we're only looking for Sachkhand up there, we're looking to get Sachkhand here. And how do we get that? When Vaheguru comes to sit inside our mind. Then our life which was useless, when we find the Guru, becomes useful. Because Guru is Shabad. So Maharaj says ki Bani Gavo, and then what will happen to us? Ki Man Jini Vasaya. The Bani will cause Vaheguru to sit inside our mind. We're going to sing now some Shabad on that note, and then after that we'll go to the other translation of this Pankti. So Shabad is about chanting God's name. Ram Japoji Aise Aise Tru Prahlad Japyo Har Jaise. Ehi Hari. Tru and Prahlad, their history is important to learn. We can talk about it some other day. But they were famous Bhagats. And what they did do is have complete faith and devotion, and to the point where they could have been destroyed, but they stuck to Vaheguru. So Maharaj is saying, sing that way. Don't just give up. You do 2 weeks of Simran, kuch nahi hoya, ba chhado maro goli. Nahi. Kari jao. Ram japo ji, aise aise. Tu prahlad japyo har jaise.
Ram जपियो हर जैसे ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जैसे ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जय वाहिगुरु ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जैसे राम जपो जी ऐसे ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जैसे ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जैसे ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जया ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जैसे वाहिगुरु 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 ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जया ध्रुव प्रहलाद जपियो हर जैसे राम जपो जी ऐसे ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे राम जपो जी ऐसे
When we sometimes look at the Bani and it's saying Ram Japo, and it's saying Tru Prahlad Japyo Har Jaise. Now there's two words there for Vaheguru, Ram and Har. And the Sikh might be confused, ki main Ram japa ya main Hari japa. But if we read Bhai Gurdas Ji, we realize that the Vaheguru mantra is made up of these four words anyway. है ना? Ra Ra Ram, है ना? And then Ha Ha Hari. It's in there. Vaheguru. So, it is the Uttam mantra. The char akhar were put together into one for us. So we can jap the Vaheguru mantra as well. That's the main thing that is combined for us. That's a gift for us to our Guru. From our Guru, the gift to us is this mantra. Now, another way to understand this line, very deep line, Maharaj says, na, ki Rag Ratan Parvar Pariyan Sabad Gavan Aiyan. They could have said ki Rag and Parvar Shabad Gavan Aiyan. But Maharaj just said ki Ratan Parvar Pariyan. Now another translation of this line is this, of this pankti, and it's an old translation. You don't get it a lot in the recent translation. A very old translation is this. The Maharaj is saying that certain things will come to a Sikh when they start to sing the Shabad. So the important line here is turn it over. It's not that these things came to sing the Shabad, it's that by singing the Shabad, ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆਈਆਂ. ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗਾਵਨ ਆਈਆਂ. ਕੀ ਆਇਆ? Rag. Rag means love. The very exact meaning of the word Rag is emotion. And the highest emotion is love for Vaheguru. And we know that because Maharaj says, Sa sangat ke asre prabhsyo rang laye. So we can fall in love with Vaheguru through Shabad Gavan. Shabad Gavan Aiyan. These things came. So love came when I started to sing Shabad. Hor ki aaya? Ratan. Ratan here refers to Vairag. The deepest Ratan, the deepest jewel that we can be blessed with is Vairag. Vairag means two things. First is a deep, deep love and desire for God. Is the desire is so strong that we start to cry. We start to cry for something. When we were children, we wanted something so bad, we used to cry. And our parents would say, he's going to have a tantrum until he gets this thing. We would cry and cry to get that one thing that we wanted. When we get older now, we stop crying for the things that we want. We don't get them, we go, chalo koi na. But the thing is, when this person goes to this level of asta, they want God so badly, then they start to cry for God. Ki mainu Rab mil jaye. And they won't stop until they get it. Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj cried for 3 days when they wanted to get a guru. When they heard the Shabad Bibi Amro, some people say 3 days they'd been crying day and night, Ki mainu guru chaida hai. And they found the guru when they heard the Shabad. So, Ratan means that we have Vairag. The other meaning of Vairag is that the love is so deep, is so strong, is so powerful, that all the other things in this world become fikki. And Vairag can also mean ki Vairagi. It means somebody called Vairagi. Vairagi means somebody who's left the things of the world. They separate themselves from the world and they become attached only to Vaheguru. Sachi Preet, Ham Tumse Ojori Avar Sang Tori. To be detached from the world and be attached only to Vaheguru. So Rag, love, Ratan, Vairag. Parvar. What is the Parvar? This translation means these 4 things. Ki Sat, Santokh, Dharam and Vichar. These 4 things are the Parvar. These things are very important to a Sikh. Sat, the truth. Then Santokh, contentment. Very important to have in our life as well. And then Dharam, justice, righteousness. And finally Vichar, divine contemplation. These 4 things do come from Shabad Gavan. When we sing the Shabad, then these things will come to us. So, Sat Aya, Santokh Aya, Dharam Aya, Vichar Aya, Kive Aya, Shabad Gavan Aya. Aya. These things came. And then Maharaj said the last bit, which is Pariyan. Which are the Pariyan? These are another 4 things. And these are referred to as Karna, Karuna means ki daya. You need karuna, which karunanid. That we said that about Maharaj, that they are the source of all compassion. Then Maitri, which means ki mitrata. Everybody is a friend. Na ko bairi, nahi bigana, sagal sang humko bane aayi. So to have friendship with everybody. Another nice thing, mudita. Mudita means when you see somebody else's happiness, you also get happy. Kisi ਹੋਰ ਦਾ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਹੋਵੇ ਸੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਦਿਲ ਨਾ ਜਲੇ. Yeah, that's called mudita. Because normally what happens is, if somebody does something good and we were doing something similar, then we get jealousy, and then that means we get irka, and that is a bad quality. But when we get blessed with mudita, then when somebody else does something good and they get praised for it, we think, well done. How will these qualities come? Shabad gavan aiyan. By singing the Shabad, even mantar, Gur mantar is Gur ka Shabad. And the last one is apekya. Apekya means actually tyag. Tyag, detachment. So the same thing we talked about, there is other version of vairag. Deep love, but also detachment. So, all these qualities of truth, contentment, justice, contemplation, compassion, seeing everybody as our friend, to see somebody else's glory and be happy, jealousy and detachment, all these things are Rag, Ratan, Parvar, Pariyan. These are the divine qualities, Pariyan. They're heavenly qualities. If we get these qualities now, then we've done most of the work. Andro asi saaf ho gaye. Because when Maharaj says in Saram Khand, what happens in there? Tithe kadiye surt mat man buddh. Tithe kadiye sura siddha ki sudh. We get that kind of understanding that is divine, which are these divine qualities. And if we get these qualities, then we've got our Guru, we've learned what he's saying and listened to it and followed it. So Maharaj says, Rag Ratan Parvar Pariyan Shabad Gavan Aiyan. If we want these qualities, what should we do then? Shabad Gavo, na? Sing Bani. Maharaj has given us a solution. Bani will transform us. Bani is Guru. If you want to get Anand, then sing Bani. That's what Maharaj is saying. If you want Anand, if you want to meet your Guru, then sing Bani. Then Maharaj finishes off this Pehli Pauri of Anand Sahib. They say, Kya hai Nanak Anand hoa, Sat Guru main paya. Say, oh, Nanak says, Kya hai Nanak? Who is Nanak in this? We are meant to feel like Nanak. Ek din aisa din aave, ki assi bhi ye pauri ga ke kahiye, hanji. I can say as well. Main bhi keh sakda ki Anand hoa, Sat Guru main paya. Maharaj is saying, be this way. Feel like Guru Nanak Dev Ji on that time, Guru Amar Das Ji, when they were so happy, when they found their Guru. Apa bhi enj hoiye ek din. What a blessing for us. Kya hai Nanak, Anand hoa, why are they in bliss? Sat Guru main paya. I found my Guru. Then Maharaj says, how do we keep this bliss? Kive rakhiye. Dekho cheez lab gayi na. It's easy to find something, it's hard to keep it. Many of us celebrate Vadaiyan. What time do we get Vadaiyan? Vyah vele. Now they say 50% of marriages are bound to fail. All over the world, so many people have gone through this. They had the Vadaiyan then thoda vyah ho gaya, but nikal gaya. We couldn't keep it. We wanted to keep it, but rakh nahi hoya. How do we keep this, Maharaj says? How do we keep this Anand? How do we keep this Guru? Jis to Anand milya. Maharaj says, E man merya, tu sada raho har nale. They say, oh my mind, you should always remain Hari Nal. Remain with Vaheguru. This is the key to keeping this love. The key is not to leave it away. Eh vast taji nahi jai, nit rakh ur taro. This thing now Maharaj is giving us, this Guru, you can't leave him. If you leave him, walk away, tusi pachtaoge. And you will come back anyway. If you've left him already, then come back. कोई फायदा नहीं, there's nowhere else to go but him. बिन नावे ना ही को था, nowhere else but this naam, nowhere else but Satguru, जिसका नाम मिलता हैगा. So Maharaj says, oh my mind, stay with Vaheguru. Why talk to the mind? Why should we talk to the mind? Why does Maharaj not say, oh mere jeere? Because the game is to convince the mind. Man jeete, jag jeet. The game is to convince the mind ki stay with Vaheguru. Because what is a mind? It's a monkey. The mind is the excited monkey who's had too much sugar and is jumping around all over the place. If you got kids, you relate to this. The mind is like a monkey. The only thing to do with the mind is to tie it down. Get a rasa, talk do where you want to stay, and then start wrapping that string around that place you want to stay. And then the monkey has less and less string to jump around. Still going to jump around, but you've cut the amount of time, space he's got to jump around, and slowly he comes into control. You can't always win him straight away. Holi, seje, wind that string, and the monkey will come more and more into control, and it will stay within a boundary. In Asadiyar, Maharaj says, Kumbhe badda jal rahe, jal bin kumbh na hoye. Gyan ka badda man rahe, gur bin gyan na hoye. Maharaj used a very strange analogy. They say, look, this kumbha means a kada or a pot made out of clay. They say that kumbha na, it keeps the water inside. ठीक है ना? Pani, if you leave it, it'll go everywhere. So to keep the pani into a pot, you make a pot. But you make the pot out of clay. And what is clay made out of? Mitti and pani. So you make this thing that controls it out of the thing itself. And then it keeps the pani inside. Even the pani should, because it's friends with the other pani that made the pot, should let it free. And then Maharaj says, Gyan ka badda man rahe. That the mind stays trapped with spiritual wisdom. This is not wisdom of the world. Odi ki lod hegi hai. No need to know how to do carpentry or medical science or physics to come to Guru Sahib. Gyan ka badda man rahe. The mind is trapped by the Guru's Gyan. The Gyan teaches us ki nahi spirituality hai, Rab hai, reincarnation is there, I'm going to get judged, I better control myself, that I should do Naam, I should experience Vaheguru. All these things keep us in trap. Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar are not my friends, they are my thieves. They rob from me. And Sat, Santokh, Daya, Taram, these are my friends. These things keep us in check. Gyan ka badda man rahe. The mind stays trapped by the Guru's Gyan. The Guru's teachings keep us in check. They keep us within a Maryada. When we did that Maryada, the talk, we said ki Maryada means the two sides of the river. The river flows between, but there's two sides. And it stays within those two sides. It's not like out here where it's flooding and the water's going out. We stay within. So, Gyan ka badda man rahe. And then, Gur bin Gyan na hoye. Why did they say this next? Why did they say Man bin Gyan na hoye? Why did they say Gur bin Gyan na hoye? Because the mind has to accept the Guru and then it gets the Gyan. The mind has a part to play, but the Gyan comes from Guru. The mind has to accept Guru. We will have to ourselves come here in Gurdwara, Matha take, and say to our Guru, I am your Sikh. Jis tak asi eh nahi kaya na, till that day we don't say this to our Guru, ki I am your Sikh, I am your servant, I am your slave, hukam karo, give me teachings, teach me, I am empty, I want to learn, then our mind cannot stay within the Gyan of the Guru. Because until that day, we are still manmukhi. We're still walking around thinking, I know better than my Guru. But on that day, when we submit our mind to our Guru, then Maharaj can give us the Gyan, spiritual wisdom, and that will keep us under some kind of rehat, keep us in some kind of maryada, and we will not be able to run away all over the place. So, E man merya, tu sada raho har naale. For us, this is the key thing, to keep ourselves within Guru's Gyan. And that really means Panch Chor to dur, theek hai? Stay away from the panchor. Stay attached to the 5 good qualities and walk upon the path of enlightenment. Satsangat ji, socho na, just think for a second, what are we? Are we just come here as animals? Or have we come here to achieve something much bigger? And how long have we got? Kinni ki der bachi hai? Are we going to waste this time and not follow our Guru? Or can we spend that time following our Guru and realize the greatness of what is available to us? That Vaheguru has sent Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj upon this earth with the ultimate truth for us. And we got blessed with it, most of us, from day one. But have we realized the value of this Guru? How amazing this Guru is. The whole world is looking for such a Guru who is full of truth. Pura Guru. Pure Gur ka sun upadesh, par brahm nikat kar pekh. He's right within inside us, Vaheguru. To dekho, how we see him? By the Guru's Gyan. Gur bin Gyan na hoy. Gur bin kor andar, Guru bin samajh na aave. Without a Guru, there's complete darkness. Without Guru, samajh nahi aandi ki kariye ki na kariye. To take on a Guru means to come under the Guru's teachings, learn and apply it. Pehle suno, fir aage karo. Manno te karo. So for us, Bani is our Guru. So we should learn to understand Bani and keep ourselves within the teachings of Guru Bani, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and all the Bani of all the Gurus. So if I made any mistakes in this, please forgive me. I am just like you guys, also trying to walk upon this path. I make a million mistakes a day. Maharaj Kirpa Kare, we can all start to come closer to our Guru. Give us your blessings, our Sangat. Give us all your blessings that we can carry on singing Bani, reading Bani and explaining it to the rest of the Sangat and to the online world. Puna Chokka Dikhe Baksh Ji, Deo Sajana Si Sriya, Jo Hove, Sahib Sio Mel. Gaj Gaj Ke Fateh Akhni Ji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Guru Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.